On June 10th at 7:13 p.m., I received the worst phone call that my wife's dad had passed away. I can't begin to describe, because there really are truly no words, one to amount of how much we miss him, because he was and is a legend. I don't even like talking in past tense because he's right here. I mean, literally, I have his shirt on. It's almost like someone came in and cut out part of your heart. It's like you're watching your favorite movie and it stops during the best parts. Like it's just getting started. And then it ends. And it doesn't work anymore. Like you have to put a new disc in. This pain makes you feel hollow. It's excruciating. It feels like you want to fall down on your knees and just scream your lungs out. But sometimes, even if you feel that, it's almost like you're feeling that emotionally inside, but nothing comes out, or it just hurts so bad. And like my wife, Megan, beautifully said by quoting Winnie the Pooh that, like, I'm going to butcher this, but how much is it, the fact that it is such a hard goodbye, or the fact that we're thankful that we have the chance to say goodbye because it means we had him. I totally didn't say what Winnie Pooh said, but it's similar. And in the last 21 days since June 10th, it's July 1st as I film this, I have learned a lot, but there are two things that stuck out to me within the first 36 hours or 48 hours after we lost Mr. Larry, our Lolo. Money. Hang on, actually I'll say that one. The two things that matter the most, well, you can guess it's not money, is my faith in the Lord, because I know exactly where Lolo is and he's at peace. And Mr. Larry, he can fix anything, so he's probably trying to fix something over there. Not that anything we're in paradise or heaven, not that anything needs fixing, but Moses and Abraham are probably like, Larry, hey, you've been helping so many people and pouring at your cup. It's time for us to just, hey, pat you on the back, help you. When we learn the news, I can't even begin to describe how haunting it is. But the two things is my faith, our faith, because I want to see Lolo again. And I don't want to go to heaven to just see him, but knowing that he's with the Lord now. He's taken care of. He's at peace. He's got a new body. And it's the best. And so I was already trying to grow my faith each day. And then after this, it's like, whoa, Lord, I just need to keep trusting you every single moment, every single day, because all we have is right now, and you are the one who created us. And Lolo fully trusted you with all of his being. He trusted you. Mr. Larry could tell you, he probably wouldn't say it, but he could tell you any Bible verse and what it means, or he would at least sit there and you could talk about it with him, and he would never seem like he was up here. He'd actually make himself feel like he was down here and you were up here. But he really is up here. Way. He would never make you feel like you were less than. He would make you feel like you were more than. And so holding on and growing to the Lord and growing closer to Him is the most important, because He's our creator. And the second that I've learned is my wife and kids. I mean, my family as well, but Jesus, Meg, and our kids, you know, and then everything else underneath, like in that moment, because it doesn't matter how many hours you work, how much money you save, how many accomplishments you do. At the end of the day, not even at the end of the day, at 7:13 p.m., when you realize that you can go from being here to not being here in an instant, and then you go, it's almost like time freezes, and it truly makes you see the big picture. I had already seen the big picture and was trying to work on that, but then losing Lolo, I mean, it's devastating, and that pain is still here. But I almost want to use that pain as motivation. And it's pain because we miss him. Let me make that note. We miss him because we love him so much. I cannot describe to you how many people he has helped and loved and been there and invested time in. He's been on our roof to work on stuff. He's been under the house. He's been in the house, under my truck, everywhere. He helped so many people. But he's like a famous person, but you would never know, because he doesn't want his left hand to know what his right hand's doing. And so I want to carry on as best I can to be like Christ, like he was trying to be, and to carry on what Lolo has taught us. Because I don't want to move on. I don't want closure in the sense of just, moving on. There is closure in the sense of we were able to have an amazing funeral service. It was a truly sad but beautiful day, because so many people came to his funeral, to the visitation and the funeral, that they had to stop the visitation because there were so many people. They just had to get started. And then the words that people said at the funeral, excluding myself if you were there, my wife stood up and gave opening remarks and did a brave, inspiring, amazing speech to what Lola would call his pretty girl, his PG. She was amazing. You could truly see Lolo in him. And when we went to the funeral, to the graveside, it started pouring rain. And Meg said, if he was here, he wouldn't use an umbrella. And that day, in no way trying to shine any light on me, but I didn't feel comfortable wearing a suit, because this is his suit, This is his work uniform that he wears to everything. Our kid's birth, graduation, everything. And so I put on his uniform, because wearing a suit just wasn't. Now, he wore a suit on Sundays sometimes, but this was his superhero suit. And his grandkids, they know that. And it poured rain, and we stood out there in the rain. I mean, people use umbrellas, but it was just beautiful, because I don't know, it's been really hot, but also just, they say if it rains on a wedding day, it's, good luck. I mean, I don't really believe in luck. I believe in God's providence. But, it's just beautiful. It was as perfect it could be day. And what I've learned, I'm trying to make this video without editing, is that truly at the end of the day, at 7:13 p.m. on a June 10th, in the next 5 minutes or tomorrow or 3 weeks from now, the only thing that matters, because when you say, hey, my life could end in a moment, and you go, okay, what truly matters? For me, what I've learned is that it is my faith and my wife and kids. Doesn't matter if you lose your job. Doesn't matter if you go through financial hard times. It doesn't matter if you've got all the accomplishments in the world, or if I want to try and pursue all the dreams I ever do. At the end of the day, all of that really is fleeting. The only thing that matters truly is your faith, my faith in the Lord, and my wife and kids. I don't know what situation you are in right now. I'm talking to my phone in a car because I just got some bad news from work during the worst time I could have ever received that bad news. But I walked out knowing that like God's got us. Because at the end of the day, all that matters is trusting in Him and taking care and loving my wife and kids. If my family's watching this, I love every one of you too. You know, just as a responsibility of a husband and a dad, you know. And Meg, if you're watching this, I llama you. You understand that because she loves llamas. And you never know. I heard a quote yesterday or 2 days ago that the moment that you're with someone could be the last time that you're with that person, so make it great. I mean, I guess unless it's your enemy, or I don't know. You love your enemies, but you never know the last time you're going to see somebody. Which is why I usually am like, I love you, I love you, I love you. Did you hear that? I love you. I don't know what you're going through. Personally, I love falling back on Ephesians 3:20, that if I trust God, that He could do more than I can ever imagine if I trust Him. So I'm making this video because I want to share what I'm going through right now in this very moment. And so, no edits other than clipping the beginning and the end. But I love you all. Take a few minutes, think about what is the most important thing in your life if you were to die today. If you were to lose someone in your life, like, and it makes you think, what is the most important thing? Because I knew it, and I was living by it. But then when this happened, it's like, holy mess. Like, you know, so it kind of like gives a piece to all this other junk that's in the world when the world's trying to tell you to do this and you're not valued enough and yada yada. Which Lolo would say, unbelievable. But he would also say that trusting in God and loving my wife and kids, he would go, that's lovely.